They say you 48. You 48?
I'm 48.
48 from Katie.
She
All right.
48. Okay.
And what's your
Does she look older than 48, y'all? I don't know. I don't know. She give me an older. She give me like 58 vibes. I don't know. Anyway, let's continue.
sign?
I'm a Leo.
Leo gang. Leo gang. The pictures are fire. I saw the profile beforehand. I'm like, yo, the pictures is dope. Okay. Let's not overdo it, y'all. But nah, the fire. What do you do for a living at Kimberly?
I'm an attorney.
Okay. All right, hold on now. Attorney at law. You got a billboard and stuff out there in Katy.
Absolutely not. I don't litigate anymore.
Okay, all right. Cool. All right. You have any children?
I do. I have 5.
Come on now with the basketball team. How old are your youngins?
My oldest is 23.
Okay.
She's in the Army. 21-year-old who's in between colleges. And I have a 13-year-old, 12-year-old, and a 7-year-old.
Hey.
Kimberly while I'm playing around. What? Kimberly while I'm playing around. Okay, all right. Bet. How many, like, what's the boy-girl situation with the 23, 21, 13, 12, 7?
Yeah, so 2 girls and 3 boys in that order. So the girls are the oldest and the boys are the youngest. I call them Group A and Group B.
Do they have 2 different dads?
No, they don't. They all have the same dad. I was married for 21 years. What? What is that look? You look up to the right and back down. What is going on?
Why you not with him? Why y'all not together?
It was just, I think it was time, right? I'm not certain that all relationships.
Girl, what you mean time?
Oh my God.
When you get married, what you mean it was time to divorce? So marriage is not till death do you part. It's for when it's time. There's a time frame when you're supposed to divorce. Am I missing something? So at some point you're supposed to say, oh, these vows that I took with this person till death do sickness and health, better or worse, ups and downs, good or bad, through it all, we vowed to stay before God and all his saints and everybody else. We vowed to stay together and work through it. But it don't say till it's time. So that means when you wake up one day and turn over and say, I could do better. This marriage does not serve me anymore, and I'm out. Get your shit and go. I'm out.
Oh my God.
I need to find better. Is that's what that means? Oh, till it's time, till you get tired? It don't say that till you get tired, till you feel like it don't serve you anymore. You just walk because you could do better. 5 kids, 48, all damn they're 50. Oh, probably, who knows? Because anyway, I ain't gonna go there. But and now, and a 7-year-old, youngins. You would think all the kids would be grown, so y'all was bumping and grinding and making children. And all of a sudden now it's time. It's run its course. I gotta move on and go find me a better man. That's what they're thinking. Oh, I'm gonna move on. The grass is green on this side. It's got to be. I can go get me a millionaire at 50 years old with 5 kids by my husband. I just walked away because he no longer served me no more. I'm out earning him and I'm just better than him. So I gotta go find me a man that's equally on my level. That's the same narrative, the same old narrative. And then I find that what man in his right mind, go, you know what I'm saying? Like, child, let's continue.
Relationships are meant to be, until eternity. You start out that way, but doesn't necessarily end up that way. So
y'all want stand power in our culture, man. I'm sure y'all made, and that's not a shot at you. Okay, but geez, 5. Y'all got 5. I got 5 on it. How long you so 21 years. How long ago you got divorced?
4 years.
4 years.
4 years ago. Mm-hmm.
Damn, I respect it. You know your situation much better than all of us. Okay. So appreciate that. Hey, do you mind being on social media?
I do not.
All right, cool. We about to get into it. What type of man that you looking for there, Kimberly?
The audio is a bit off. I don't know why it's been happening.
Someone who is essentially in tune with themselves. They know what they want, established in their career, has time to spend on a relationship, is consistent, loving, caring, and funny. Because I think I'm pretty funny myself.
Hey, there we go. Come on, y'all. Just to do the wrap up real quick. This is Kimberly from Katy, Texas, close to Houston, 48. She a Leo. Shout out Leo gang. Attorney with 5 children. 7, 12, 13, 21, 23 from the same man. She was married for 21 years. She been divorced for 4 years. All right. She looking for a man that's everything she just mentioned, okay? And she is a funny person herself, so she want him to be able to crack a joke or two. What about deal breakers?
Deal breakers are the opposite of those things, right? Someone who does not know himself, someone who's not established, someone who doesn't know how to communicate, someone who's, just not a good, clean person. Those not family oriented. And I don't mean like my children. I mean like hanging out around family, because I have a pretty large family. A couple of years ago, I went on a cruise and it was 21 of us, right?
Sound like good time.
They're my cousins, their children, their spouses, and we just have a good time together. So I need one that's going to, not shy away from family gatherings and all the fun, that we have.
Okay. All right. Does he need to look a certain way?
Absolutely. He needs to make it make sense.
He need to make it make sense. Okay, what is?
I mean, if you click my profile and you see the pictures, they are an accurate representation of me. I can't have someone that doesn't compliment me. So if you
So does he have to be slim? Does he have to be in shape, fit, slim? I mean, just wondering. Let's continue.
Look at a mess. Absolutely not.
Okay.
That was one of my jokes.
Okay. But I laughed. Okay, that wasn't because of the. No, just myself. Okay, she got a little joking jokes. All right, you got a preferred dating age range?
I do. Anywhere from 43 to 49.
Okay.
If the person has very good health, takes care of themselves without me having to do it, I'll move it up to 50. Right. Aside from that, no.
55 ain't that bad.
That's fine. That's for someone else. That's not for me.
55. You 48. That's like right there.
I get it. Somebody else can bargain, and make a deal, but I'm not doing it.
Okay.
And
you said 43.
Yeah, 43 to 49.
Okay. All right. Bet. How old is your ex-husband?
He will be 62 next month.
See, that's what it is. That's what it is. How you go? You was married to the dude for over 2 decades, but another guy around the same age.
That's true. I can't do it. That was my fault. I agree. I agree with your finger pointing, but I'm not doing it anymore. See, you have to learn from you when you know better, right?
Okay, all right, fair enough. Okay,
Yeah, but she should have learned a long time ago. Now you're gonna be at a deficit. It's gonna be very difficult in this dating market to find a younger guy to want to be with you. I'm just saying, because they have expectations too. Let's continue though.
You make a certain amount of money.
Absolutely. He needs to make at least what I make or more. And it's just because I've learned the lesson, right? I will no longer date outside of my education, right? Because I feel like, and this is women in general, we feel like we can build a guy, right? Or get them up to our standards when that's not reciprocated. And so.
No, y'all supposed to build together. That's how you do it, in my opinion. You build together. Y'all both, most couples do that though. Most couples don't. That's why I say this fairy tale world is messing people's head up. Most couples do that. You meet in college, you meet while y'all interning or somewhere working, And y'all both are pretty much broke a lot of times. You know, the majority of the country is broke. People ain't got all this money like y'all think. So you're supposed to work with the man. Y'all build together. That way y'all build something together and y'all both can respect each other and respect what you built. Not just meet the man at the finish line. Let's continue.
Oh, yeah, he needs to make, I would say $350K or more. Just because I don't want someone envious of me. I don't want to breed resentment, right? Because my wallet looks a certain way. And sometimes men feel like that's emasculating when, again, truth be told, women and me specifically, we really don't pay attention to that, but it absolutely drives a wedge.
No, ma'am.
It drives a wedge.
No, ma'am, Miss Pam. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, and then you say dating outside of your education.
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
So I saw you had a doctor's degree. Do you mean he needs to have a doctor's degree?
He needs to have masters or beyond, right?
So
again, if a person has a bachelor's, they're well established, well traveled, well read. I'm fine with that.
Does he need to be a certain height?
He needs to be taller than me.
So is that 5'10"?
Yeah. So I prefer 6 or greater, right?
Okay.
But and the thing, and I'm telling you, I know all of the women in the chat can attest to this. Men will say, "I'm 5'9", and then I meet the person, you know, in person, and I'm looking at the top of their head. Sir, there's no way on God's green earth you are 5'9". I'm 5'9". Oh no, I don't know who measured you. What are you?
Are you wearing heels when you rap?
Oh, I was just about to say, I'm flat, like literally flat feet.
Okay.
Like I'm 5'9". So just because you're licensed at 9, sir.
So you saying? Let me make sure I got this right. You're saying you need a man that's attractive, 6 feet tall, making $350K, 50 years old, or 43 to 50 years old.
Get it right.
Okay, so you want a 43-year-old
making 350
man.
No, I don't want that. That's a range.
So he needs to be 43 to 50 in his financial stride. Looking good, feeling good. Because you want him to look good. 6 feet tall, 350K. You know every woman want him, right?
And that's fine. And that's probably why I'm over here by myself. He with somebody else. But it doesn't.
Yeah, Miss Ma'am. Yes. You know, and this is what I say all the time. And we see the delusion is real. They're not thinking about, they're so caught up in what they want, and you're not thinking about what he would want. Do you think a man making $350,000 a year, 6 feet tall, handsome, got his ish together, walking around here, got his apartment or whatever house laid out, he doing good, he's successful in life. Do you really think that he's not going to want a certain type of woman or several women? This is part of the delusion, y'all. And I'm not saying you shouldn't feel good about yourself. You should think highly of yourself. You should, but you got to be realistic too. And you got to go and ask these types of men, if you're around them, what do you look for in a woman? What do you want? Because a lot of these women claim that they're around these women all day. I'm working with a bunch of these types of women, but they're not. You're still single though. So if there was something that stood out about you amongst these, high value men, then wouldn't you think they would have jumped on the chance to holler at you? You're right in their presence and they're looking around you, over you, through you. Because you're not what they want. They know what they want when they see it, and they know it's not you. So I don't think they realize when they're talking what they're saying. You're exposing yourself all the time. You around, and I mean, she didn't say this, but there are a lot of women who come on there and they say, "Hey, I'm around all these millionaires, and none of them are interested in you." And then if you say that, then they say counter with saying, "Well, I've had some of them. I don't want them. I don't want them." You can't make it up. It's like, child, y'all, they be lying and they be getting caught in their lies, and then they try to justify it with another lie. You run all these millionaire men all the time, you say. Some of these women say. And none of them ever looked at you. So you're not the bad bee you think you are. They all say the same thing. They think because they have their career, they make so much good money. But what's the point of your good money? It's only for you. You're not coming on the dating scene saying, "Hey, I'm a good woman. I was married. I'm divorced now, whatever. I make good money and I'm willing to share. I'm willing to find a man who is responsible and makes good money. He doesn't have to make what I make because I make a lot, and we could just work together. You don't hear that. You hear these older women who've, just coming out of failed relationships and marriages, and now, but you expect the world. You want the world from a man, and you are not the woman he wants to give that world to. That's just what it is. A man who is in a position to give his world to somebody, he gonna pick the best world possible. He's not gonna pick somebody left over or somebody that don't fit into his what he likes. Let's continue though.
That is the cream of the crop. 350K. You asking for the 1% of the 1%.
I get you. And what you're failing to realize is everything I'm asking for, I already have. So I know it's not impossible, and I'm not going to.
You're a woman. You're not a man. You said you already have. No, you're not a man. Just make it 350K.
And the things that I asked for, I already have, aside from the male figure, right? So yeah.
Are you open to all races?
Yes, I'll say yes. But I'm not trying to educate anybody on the community. I'm not trying to get anybody together for the cookout. You need to come already prepped and primed.
Okay. I'm about to say, if you saying he got to be black, then
it's a wrap.
You need to adjust some of your preferences, in my opinion. Respectfully, you're a good-looking woman. However, they're not looking for a woman that's 48 with 5 children, and one of them is 7 years old.
Right.
And all from the same guy. Like, you still his family.
Right.
No, and I
get
it. Saying?
So, why would I deal with that when I am the cream of the crop? I made 350K. I could travel the world. Every woman wants me. I'm 6 feet tall.
What if he has 5 children?
The game ain't the same.
Right.
Oh, so we got a double standard.
Yeah, this is the world.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's the truth.
But yeah.
Cam Newton still get whatever he want. He got 9 kids.
Point. He can't be the cream of the crop if I take that back. I'm not going to go with that line of thinking. But again, if he has 5 children, then I don't think, and I know this isn't the way the world works, but you can't discount, right, the woman who has the same as you. And then oftentimes, I don't want to, speak out of bounds, but the man, he may have 5 children, but they're all not with one woman, right? So he's diversifying his child portfolio, and we're supposed to settle for that,
right?
Yeah, I mean, but it is a difference. It is a difference because he's still considered the prize. She wants him, and it doesn't take anything away from him being in a relationship with her if he wants her. I think, and that's the double standard that exists when it comes to men with children versus women with children. There's some double standards that benefit men, and there's some that benefit women. But that's just one that benefits a man. And most women were not really ever concerned about how many children a man had. A lot of times, women just didn't care. Just like women didn't care about body count with a man, most women didn't even care about that. Because I think you expected men to have women, especially if he's attractive. I don't think women cared about that too much, but men highly care. Majority of men highly care about body count, but I don't think majority of women cared about it. The same way that if he have kids, it's not a big deal. If he's the prize to her, if she want him and he got it going on, she don't care about that. That's why these women are with those. They don't care about that because he's able to take care of her. She can have kids with him too. So it wasn't a big deal. But for men, it's different. See, the women aren't expected to come in and take care of the man and the kids. The men are expected to come in and take care of you and everything you got going on. You a package deal. So that's really part of it right there. He's expected to come in and take on you and your kids. So that's a major responsibility. You're not expected to take on his kids. That's why there's a difference. Let's continue.
This is where y'all got it messed up.
Exactly.
A man don't care how much money you make when he's already wealthy. We don't give a damn.
I guess.
I don't care how much a woman makes. She could work at Burger King. If she's cooperative at catering and fryer, we in there.
I've heard that line of thinking before. And again, I'm not disagreeing with you. I know it.
Just saying.
But that's
all right. We derailed. I just wanted some great conversation for a little bit. But I want our sisters to win. I think that clearly you are a very intelligent woman. Okay. I feel like you're not being smart about your choice, like your preferences.
Right.
But outside of that, you know what I mean?
I get you. That's what they want. You want me to
No,
negotiate my standards
no,
down.
ma'am.
I'm not
No, ma'am.
do that.
I'm not saying negotiate them down. I'm saying potentially be more open to what's truly important,
Be more
and that's
realistic
love.
and what's
That's
important.
somebody who's going to be there
Yeah.
for you.
Those-
Like y'all,
But see, she had love, I guarantee you. She had love with her husband, but it wasn't enough. That's why she left. And that's the thing. She had that. She had 5 kids with him. So I'm pretty sure there was some love there. But that wasn't enough. And so this is why on the flip side, they're out here looking for riches and gold from another man. They had the love part. Now they want something else. And see, this is what happens. And this is where they end up falling short. Because women really think they have a plethora of all these options. That they got, you're going to get all this great man after great man after great man and give you everything that you want, like over and over and over. You don't get that many chances. And I think that's the part they don't realize. They don't realize what's really happening until they go through it. And then they have to realize by going through it, and then they be depressed. Let's continue, y'all, so we can wrap this up.
we put in things that, like, a man who's making 150K, which is still a heck of a living,
Right.
that has a bachelor's degree,
Right.
which you're talking a formal education. A person could be very
You
smart with informal education.
Right.
you asked me the question, sir. I just answered it. Look, if there's a question to be
The
had,
world
there's an
is going
answer
to
to be
see
had.
this. I'm trying to help you get the best opportunity. Men are going to be like, oh, she's lost. When you might be a solid woman and be reasonable.
No, I get this, but it's not what's best. And this is why the resentment that it breeds. Again, I would be willing to, somebody that is got all of the qualifications and not the income, we be willing to date that person. They can't date me. That's the problem, because it creeps up, and it's not anything that I would do. Because that person won't be able to travel as much as I travel. I take 4 to 5 international trips a year.
God damn.
I'm not.
Stop. Jesus Christ. Shit. I'm really so tired of the traveling aspect of this. This is so stupid. Girl, if you want to travel 4, 5 times, you can still do it. You pay for it and you go. He can stay home. And then men not probably want to do all that goddamn traveling anyway. You could still go travel. He could just stay home. He don't want to do that. Maybe he don't want to do that. Well, I don't. But then you gonna want to travel and you make all the money. You gonna want him to pay for it though. It's just absurd. I don't get it. This obsession with trips and traveling is just ridiculous. I'm ready for that to stop, because it just doesn't. All this travel. Go travel. You could travel. You got your money. You could go and still travel, and he could just be at home chilling. Let's continue.
I'm going to finance that for him, and I won't care that he can't
So
come.
he
I
needs
go
to
by
finance
myself
it for
now.
you.
Boom.
Does he need to be an attractive guy?
Boom. Right. He got to finance.
Yes, we talked about that already. Yes, he needs to. Again, it needs to make sense. He needs to
None of this
look,
makes sense, though.
like I do.
All right,
I guess.
Okay. All right.
Ma'am, none of this makes sense. Oh my
Word.
God.
Cool. All right, let's do this, Kendrick Cam.
Okay, I was going to say, you want me to have somebody that's hard to look at, and I got to deal with his lack of income? No.
Yeah, y'all. This is so stupid, and it really is. You just keep hearing it. It's like they come out the woodwork with the same old talking points. They're constantly coming out the woodworks with a new face with the same old talking points. You keep saying the same old over and over and over and over, looking for a different result. Once again, and I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna wrap this up. Look, if you want a healthy relationship, marriage, look for a person who has those qualities. Find a responsible man, a good man, a man who is working towards his goals and building, but he may not be there yet. Just like a lot of these women aren't there yet. Find a man that has the qualities that will make for healthy, stable relationships long-term. Man who wants to be a husband, wants to be a father. Because when they want it, that's what they go after. And they want women who want to be mothers, and good wives. And if you want a man of substance, you got to look for substance. You just don't look for the money. If you want money, then say that. Go for a man with the money, but understand you might be lacking some of those other qualities that most women end up wanting anyway. So go for what you want, but know what you want. Don't flip-flop and say, oh, I want a man with money. Then when you get that, oh, he don't give me this. He don't want no time with me. He don't spend time. He's never around. He's cheating. Well, you didn't ask for a committed man with money who's gonna marry you and be faithful and committed to you and not cheat and be nice and loving and all that, because something's got to give. You're not gonna get every single thing that you want. So why not go after the things that are most important?